Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be doing my reaction and review for LEGO Ninjago Season 11, Episode 29, Once and for All. If you would like to see the reaction portion of this video, then be sure to go down to my description down below, where you'll see right at the top a link to Google Photos, which will lead you over to my full reaction. That's so that you'll be able to see the full episode along with my reaction to it, of course. But without further ado, let's get into the review portion here, which will be spoiler filled, so be sure to either watch the episode on your own time or check out the reaction. And yeah, this was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. Now, I am kind of curious to see how they wrap it up, because this episode, kind of starting at the end of the episode here, but it ends with just kind of abruptly with Lloyd just kind of breaking into the room and he's about to fight Zane. So I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna wrap this all up. Like, they still have to kind of get back to, like, the normal Ninjago. Like, they have to get back to Ninjago, basically. So there's a lot to wrap up still. Free Zane, defeat Vex, help unfreeze everybody. Like, there's quite a bit to get done in like an 11-minute episode, so I'll be curious to see how they wrap this up. But I did like this episode as a whole. We get to see, now that Lloyd has escaped with Kataru, and who I assume is the old king, now they're kind of roaming the castle trying to look for Zane, basically, and trying to snoop around, and they're worried that like Vex is gonna look at his mirror and basically realize that they're gone and then try to find them. And we get to see Akita approach the castle, the Ice Emperor's castle, and now she's broken into there. She uses her wolf form to help her get in, and then we basically, so I'll move over to Ninja now. So we get to see the Ninja also approaching now that they've fixed the land bounty, and they get into a fight with Boreal, who is that ice dragon, and the fight's pretty cool. We get to see Kai mainly. Kai and Nia, I would say, are the main ones kind of going up against them, because Nia's the driver of the land bounty and Kai's controlling like the cannon, basically. And they pull a really cool maneuver where they basically turn that ice dragon into like some roadkill, basically, because Nia just kind of goes up a ramp and then just crushes the dragon. And I'm like, okay, I wonder if that, they don't really explain if that dragon was already pre-existing in this realm, or if Zane created it, or if he like manipulated it and like controlled it like he did with some of the other people. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to wrap that up. And one interesting thing, this is kind of off topic, but when they're in a fight, I saw them throw one of the ice samurai like in the castle up against the wall, and it just shattered into ice. And I was like, okay, I'm going to assume that wasn't one of the people who was possessed, or else they just basically performed murder. So I would assume that it wasn't, but yeah, that was really cool. So we got to see that fight up against Boreal, and then we get to see Akita, basically. Now she's broken in here and she finds the kind of like Zane's throne room, basically, before Lloyd does. So she pulls out like a knife and she's just basically ready to just off Zane. But Zane, of course, is an android, so that just would not work. But I assume she's either going to try to cut off the scroll of spinjitzu, basically, or the forbidden spinjitzu scroll. But she gets up there and then Zane wakes up, of course. I think we all saw that coming. And then he just pushes her back, just knocks her back easily. Kind of reminds me of Thanos in a way. Like, I'm not, like, obviously Thanos is on a completely different power level, but kind of a similar idea. Someone who just sits in a throne all the time and only really gets up when he absolutely needs to, which Zane has done for the last 2 episodes, basically. And I thought that was pretty funny, but he basically pushes her back, and then we see Lloyd break through all the defenses and get in there. Now that confrontation is going to occur, and that's going to happen in the next episode. So for this episode, I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. There was stuff that happened, but it's all kind of coming down to this. So it's really, really going to depend, like, my opinion on the season overall, how well they end this final episode. It just feels like there's so much to wrap up. I hope they don't have to rush through too much of it. Like, I want to see Akita's reunion with Kataru. I want to see them save all of the villagers. I want to see them save the old king, have that be returned to normal. Zane, of course, you gotta rescue him. Vex, you gotta defeat him. You gotta, like, I don't know, Kai might wind up bringing back his full firepower and use it in some sort of way. I would like to see that, because he really doesn't have that fully back. So there's like 5 or 6 things they need to wrap up in an 11-minute runtime, so I'll be very curious to see how they go about doing that. I hope it's really well done. I'm super excited for the next episode, but thank you so much for watching this. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel for future content. I would really appreciate the support. But anyway, I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.